Okay, Keita, we're gonna have a little fun. Now this ain't not but a little fun video. It's kind of how I make my hot water cornbread. Now, what I use is, as you can see, I use Aunt Your Mama buttermilk cornmeal mix. And I also, well, I had some Crisco butter flavor shortening, but you can use vegetable oil, you know, whatever oil you use. And as you can see, it's melting in the pan, frying pan. I put enough in there so I can cover the patties that I'm going to make the hot water cornbread. And as you can see, the hot water is over here. Now, what you want to do is to make sure the water is hot and make sure the grease is hot. Hold on. Okay, we back now. So what I did, I put a little bit of cornmeal in here, in the bowl. Now some people put sugar, a teaspoon of sugar, or 2 teaspoons of sugar, and some people put salt, some people put flour. But this right here is self-rising cornmeal, so I don't put nothing. So right now the grease is warm, hot. You got to have it hot, and the water got to be hot. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pour some hot water in here. Don't put too much. Put a little bit at a time, because you just want it kind of lumpy where you can put it in. You can take your hands and put it in patties. Some people use yellow cornmeal and whatever, but like I say, I love the taste of self-rising, Aunt Your Mama self-rising cornmeal. It make good. I got some muffins in the stove also. I'm just showing how to make. You don't want it too soupy. You want it at a pace where you can kind of like roll it up in a ball. Make patties out of it like you would make a hamburger or whatever, just like that. Let me see, just a little bit more. Okay, now what we're gonna do is make sure your hands is clean. Make sure your hands is clean. And make sure you got some cold water. Make sure you got some cold water beside you. Just in case the cornmeal it's too hot for you, you can dip your hands in. You can dip your hands in in the water. So what you want to do, you want to take some and put it in your cup. This right here it'll be kind of warm, and you want to roll it real good. You can make it fat or skinny, any size you want. I like mine kind of like this, like a patty. And you want to lay it in the grease. You want your grease hot. But see, I ain't worried about it. I got time, so it's hot now. The cornmeal is hot from the hot water. You want to lay it in there. You want to make it kind of pretty. Like I say, some people they put all kinds of stuff in there. Some people put cheese in there or whatever. And you make it real like that. And you put it in there. Now these are good. The hot water cornbread is good with pinto beans, greens, you know, anything you eat cornbread with. But it's good though. I'm not lying. It's good. Like I say, you can make them. You can make it any size you want, little, big, or whatever. But the whole thing is to roll it like this. It's gonna be kind of warm. The bread gonna be kind of warm. But and you let them cook till they brown they brown on one side, and you can tell they're getting brown by looking at the bottom of it. And they are good, delicious. I mean delicious. And you can use, like I say, you can use vegetable oil or any kind of oil you want to use. But make sure this right here, make sure your oil is hot when you put it in, and just let it cook and brown, whatever. Now I got to get my muffins out the stove. See what I do, I cook my kale greens, I cook a big batch. And see, these are my muffins I just cooked. I cooked my muffins, but I was just showing how to cook hot water cornbread. Like I say, people cook the way they want to cook. This is the way I cook them. And I'll be back when I turn them over. Okay, I'm about ready to turn them over. So what you got to do, you got to be careful when you turn them over, because usually I have more oil in here than this. But I'm just showing somebody how to cook them. So see there, they're golden brown. And they, you know, grease will splash on you, so be careful. I mean, hot water cornbread is good with greens. I eat mine with greens and pinto beans. Anything that you usually eat cornbread with, this is the best. I mean, I know you can bake cornbread, whatever, but this is the best. Okay, as you can see, these are brown now. I'm going to let them get brown on the other side. And look at that. God almighty. Boy, this thing, you got a plate of greens and either pinto beans and neck bones and boy, I'm telling you the truth. When these get through and you lay them on the paper towel to drain some of the oil out, and you put butter on them and just wait. Man, I'm telling you. I'll be back when they get done. Okay, there you have it. Nice, crisp, hot water cornbread. I put them on here so they can drain some of the oil off of here. So there you have it, hot water cornbread. Man, they are good. Look how beautiful they look. The muffins and the hot water cornbread. What I would do is I'll put these in a bag, a plastic bag, freezer bag, or either I fold them up in some foil and I save them. So only thing I have to do is just heat them up in the microwave when I need them. So there you have it, hot water cornbread. Like I say, you can put anything in there you want it, and you can make them big, little, thin, or fat. But you got to fry them good on both sides. You make sure the water is hot. You make sure the grease is hot. You make sure you have a cup of water beside you, so when you pat them, if they're warm, if they're hot, if the cornmeal is too hot for you, you can put your hands in the water to cool them off. So there you have it. Good old southern hot water cornbread.